We're talking about that balloon shit. That was all over there right now. That was the Chinese balloon shit.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of balloon? Like,
Talking about a spy
It's an
balloon.
airship.
like an inflatable balloon?
It's an airship. They just call it a balloon.
It's
I'm gonna say these niggas talking about a party balloon.
It's an airship. They said it's like 3 bus links.
So it's like a spy balloon or something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't look too much into it.
Okay, but
right.
I'm saying that's just what's going on over there. Right?
They said it can carry an EMP. Huh? Like it said it can carry like 1.2 tons of like nuclear.
Man, I wish they would drop that motherfucker right
They just spotted another one in Latin America.
Shit. Drop that hoe. Imagine that's 200,000 through. $200,000.
We up.
What?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, first and foremost,
Shalom.
giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh.
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
Hey, and always double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. All right, and peace, much love, and salutations to those for elect. All right, brothers out here in Great Millstone, Nashville, you know what I'm saying? Another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Lord's will be edifying to the elect. You know, as always, just doing another impromptu, really just opening up, getting in the spirit, man, talking about current things or whatever precepts may be on brothers' minds. You know, ultimately going into prophecy, contrary to other camps, you know, with their bitterness and talking about guys all the time. You know, we bring out things about, you know, the wickedness and the shit that, you know, these other guys do, but that ain't the end all be all of it. The end all be all is the Most High is going to put a spirit on Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, to implement this RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast in the scriptures. All right. And then ultimately, once that's fully implemented and made mandatory, you know, that's going to ultimately lead, you know, also through the process of Jacob's trouble, but that's going to ultimately lead to this place, Babylon the Great, America, being destroyed by thermonuclear fire, 200 million nuclear warheads. All right. And ultimately, the end all be all, okay, is Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who the world really calls Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, returning and redeeming the elect of the nation of Israel, the 144,000, the governing body, and the remnant, which consists of men, women, and children, the 1/3, and also destroying 2/3 of the nation of Israel here in Babylon the Great. Okay, that's the end all be all. That's prophecy. That's Revelation, the 19th chapter, 10th verse, I believe. You know, so that's really what is more important versus talking about your bitterness and acting like a bitch ass nigga. But go ahead.
1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Right. And so we have to be sober. We have to be vigilant in this time. You know, our adversary is looking for, you know, millions of ways to bring us down on an even higher level. He already has a game plan, but so that's why we have to be mindful of certain things that we do, certain things that we put up, certain things that we say. You know, it's not the wisest thing to speak on certain things that you're going to do, you know, to the heathen in the kingdom. We just sum it up. We're going to fuck you niggas up. That's it. But when you go into intricate details and plans and you pulling names, you know, that can get very, you know what I'm saying, very...
He can use that against you.
Yeah. And you want to be mindful of those things, even especially when you're going to camp and you're interacting with people. An Edomite comes up and makes you mad because he don't get a breakdown, which he's not going to get it anyway. But he don't get the precept, and he calls you, he you know, oh, y'all guys don't got it. No, you don't fucking got it. And we gonna bring it to your house. And, you know, you're doing too much. You know, so you have to be very mindful of the ways that you're operating in these last days. You know, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's all? No?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
2 Maccabees 6 and 6, because this is really the situation that we've been in since the get-go, but especially coming into these last days. It says, Verse 2 Maccabees 6:6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient fasts, Salakia, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
Right. That's what was going on back then when the Greeks, okay, were taking over, and we were Hellenized. Okay. So at that point in time, which, like your brother said, this is, finna be reoccurring. You ain't finna be able to walk around and say, yeah, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I mean, really, you can't do that shit now.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Because you talk to people, well, not me. It's different.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, if you look like a so-called black man and you tell people you can't eat pork, what are you, a Muslim? They cool with that.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not a Muslim. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Nigga, you're a what?
Yeah.
Fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like they basically get offended.
Yeah.
But if you said you were a Muslim, oh yeah.
Muslim.
Most definitely.
Hey, assalamu alaikum, brother.
Yeah.
He's not even a Muslim himself, but like you said, you can't profess yourself to be a Jew.
You can't keep the Sabbath days.
No.
Might fall on a Wednesday.
You gotta work.
I mean, what you gonna do? Call your boss? Yeah, I gotta be off today. Nigga, what you mean you gotta be off? We got crates. So you gotta come in today.
You're
not scheduled today.
And if you're following the true Sabbath, your off day is gonna fluctuate every month.
Yeah.
And Esau is not allowing that shit to happen.
Right.
You might be able to get by that first month. Hey, I need Tuesday to Wednesday off. Oh yeah, we can do that. We're slow on those days anyways.
Yeah.
That's cool. Then you come through the next month. I need Wednesday to Thursday. I'll see if I can work it out. You might get Wednesday or something. You come the next month. All right, so I need Friday to Saturday, nigga.
All right.
It's like
Counting me every month with this shit.
now at this point, Esau hands is tied up. He Esau. It's like, nigga, I can't do nothing about that. Like, nigga, what shit? It's like, nigga, you do it.
He might let you go.
Yeah, it's like, we might need to talk about your position in here. Because you ask for all these days. Right? It's like, you ask for all these days off.
You keep one of the days off.
But it ain't even the wisest thing. So, hey, like the brother brought up, we're not. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say because you're gonna need camp, most likely off. Then you're gonna need the Sabbath day off. You might need holy days off. It's too much for him.
You wanna keep your, you know what I'm saying. You wanna reserve your excuses for Esau Edom. You know what I'm saying, for the job. If you start every job you start, you automatically get 2 new grandmas. You know what I'm saying? 2 new grandpas, goddamn. Hey, shit, real talk. My grandma just died, goddamn. Esau can't let that go. Oh, damn, sorry to hear that.
Your mom and your
We'll see you
dad.
Monday. You got the whole weekend. So it's like, use that for Passover. Use that for the Day of Atonement. You know what I'm saying? I'll say you get 2 grandmas. After that, you just got to wiggle some shit around. I got hella excuses. I'll be lying my ass off to these motherfuckers. But we ain't got to tell the truth to these niggas, man. They're in the earth.
They won't accept it.
Right.
Regardless.
Yeah, either way. So it's like, fuck them. But yeah, you can't profess yourself to be a Jew here in America. Not an actual Jew, a real one.
No.
Yeah.
Now, if you come shit, but really, even if you try to pull the other one, yeah, I follow Judaism. They gonna still look at you funny.
Yeah.
Your black ass
don't
doing.
fit the part.
Yeah, what wear your yarmulke, nigga.
You got an afro. You got braids.
And I'll be damned if I wear that dumb ass hat to try to make some shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't wearing that shit. But you got something?
Oh, you got something?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Matthew 10 and verse 16.
All right.
Matthew 10 and 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
Right. Hey, Yahushua sent us forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Okay? So there's a lot of people that's going to be trying to fuck us up, essentially. Devour us. All right? Sheep are meant to be led. They're not aggressive animals. Okay? But a wolf is. That's a predator. That nigga will hunt you down. Okay? That's what we're dealing with. So we have to be wise as serpents, harmless as doves. Part of that, is, we have to be wise as serpents, harmless as doves. agreeing with your adversary quickly. You get pulled over. That's the main reason why a lot of niggas get shot. Because they get pulled over and they buck up.
All right.
The fuck you mean I was doing 80? Nigga, I was doing 79. Bro, just get the ticket.
Y'all see your ID? You may not. Nigga, just show me your
Right.
ID.
Right.
Fuck. Like,
on what stance do I need to show you my ID? Because according to then the nigga think he's smart because he pulling Esau law against him. Nigga, that don't mean nothing to him. He don't even know. So you have to be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove.
And the wolves outnumber the sheep.
Right.
Because when they attack something, they attack in a pack.
Yeah.
They attack one thing in a pack.
Mm-hmm.
So that's especially why you get to be wise, because in this society we're outnumbered, man. Just like back in time when Jacob was still alive, and you had Simeon and Levi that went and slaughtered that village. It was foolish as hell, and they got cussed out because we're surrounded by enemies and we're very small.
Yeah, it was a small number.
It was just dumb as shit for you to do something like that.
That wasn't moving wise. It's not about
being carnal.
Yeah, it's not about the might or
get back.
Yeah,
about that shit. You got to take the L's right now.
That's what's pushed amongst the nation of Israel. A get back.
Yeah.
There's a big ass get back spirit, and we have to fight that ourselves. Because you honestly, a nigga cut you off, you want your get back. So you try to speed up. You try to cut that nigga off. It's like, bro, there's no. But then you do that, and you cause a 3 pile-up accident. You're in it, and now you sit. It's like you could have just let that shit go. And like I said, brothers, we all. I know, speaking for myself, you work on it, but I am learning too to just let a lot of niggas have it. Now there do be some dumbass niggas on the road, but you let a lot of these niggas have it, man.
What do you say? You be like you said we're around each other around Jake out on earth. You got it, bro.
Yeah.
At camp, you got it, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah. We ain't even finna go back and forth with niggas. Put ourselves in a position to where we can harm ourselves or the body, because that's when you're growing at a certain point, because you analyze the situation before you react. Like I said, we're brought up in this society to react first and then analyze. Yeah, I shouldn't have did that shit while niggas doing life. All them Netflix fucking shows, nigga been in there for 30 years. This is old nigga. He come up. My name is Tyrone Darris. Doing 2 life sentences. Killed 3 babies. And think about it at the time, but it's like now the nigga analyzing it, but he didn't think, he didn't think about it before acting. He acted and then he thought about it.
Impulsive.
Yeah, impulsive thinking. So that's we make light of it, but that's really what the hell, Jake. That's what's pushed on our people, and so we are the complete opposite. And then our people, they're not used to that, so they still gonna want to get a reaction out of you. Nigga, you not acting like a nigga towards me. No, I need a nigga moment. Right. They ain't gonna want it.
Watch closely. You're about to witness a nigga moment.
Right. But yeah, man, it says be wise as serpent, harmless as dove, man. We need to be very mindful going forward, because like I said, there's going to be a lot of accusations that are going to be piled up against us, man.
We talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
Lawyer, you got Lawyer, you got something?
Yeah, I just want to make sure y'all can hear me, because y'all was going in and out. I'm trying to make sure I don't go in and out too. So am I clear?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Come on.
All right, so this is Ephesians 5, and I'm going to start at 15. It says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
Right.
Get 16 too.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, I wasn't finished. I thought the brother was going to break it down. It says, redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
Right. So it says, walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Okay. Which the NLT says, so be careful how you live. Don't live like fools, but like those who are wise. Make the most of every opportunity in these evil days. So you need to be mindful, man. You need to be careful how you maneuvering here on this earth. We're literally walking in the valley of the shadow of death that the scriptures are speaking about. There's millions of ways, that show A Million Ways to Die or 1,000 Ways to Die. Salaki, not a million, 1,000 Ways to Die. But shit, there's really a million.
Plethora.
The Most High is an endless sleeve of judgment. You can go out any way. You eat a bad chicken, it's a wrap.
Yeah. Trip and fall. You can die tripping and falling.
Yeah.
The Most High really wants you dead.
You know what I'm saying? You sometimes play out certain scenarios like, damn, oh, the Lord don't do that shit to me when I get out the goddamn truck, delivering this package.
Yeah.
Fuck around and slip on the ice.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Rib cage. Big ass concrete block, just rib cage. You through. Internal bleeding. It's like, there's a lot of ways that you can be taken out of this thing. So, you have to be very mindful of how you operate and how you maneuver. And don't walk as if, real quick, Sirach 5.
Oh yeah.
Sirach 5, and you started 5. You read it like 7. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be walking in this mindset that we're going to grab.
This is Sirach, Ecclesiastes 5 and 5. Concerning propitiation.
If somebody get that word propitiation, I believe it's just going into like atonement and making an atonement or something like that.
It says, concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin.
Right. So be not without fear to add sin unto sin. Because when you add sin unto sin, that's what? Iniquity. Mm-hmm. All right? You got that word? Anybody? Propitiation? Okay, God. We'll grab that real quick and then we'll finish up.
It says the action.
Appeasing the God?
Yeah, it says propitiating, which you don't use the same type of word in definition that doesn't explain it.
Right. Oh, yeah.
We see propitiating.
Yeah.
It says propitiate means win or regain the favor of a God by doing something that pleases him.
Right. So considering propitiation, considering doing certain things to please a power, to please your power, you know what I'm saying? Be not without fear to add sin to sin, because that's going to piss him off. Mm-hmm. Clearly. Go ahead.
Can I start at verse 3?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sirach 5 and 3. And say not, who shall control me for my works?
Hold on.
I might start at verse 2.
Might start at verse 1.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. You started 2, because verse 1 talking about, set out thy heart upon goods. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 5 and 2. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart.
Right. Basically, cleave not to your own understanding.
Mm-hmm. I got a quick one. Proverbs.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Proverbs 25. You know what I'm saying? It says, follow not thine own mind and thy strength. Walk in the ways of your heart. Mm-hmm. That's not the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai. We have to be very mindful of that too. Because you can, speaking from personal experience, you can find yourself walking in the ways of your heart. And you think it's righteous. But it's not. You got to let Yahweh Shem Shai handle certain things, man. These certain things are out of your control or out of your grasp. You ain't going to be able to control every aspect of your life. You got to get over that shit.
Instead of making that haste in time and trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So don't take matters into your own hands. We got to let the Most High work.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah 17 and 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Right.
The heart is deceitful. Who can know it? You see what I'm saying? And niggas like to use that. Lord knows my heart. Not use that precept, but they'll say, the Lord knows my heart. Well, boom, there's a precept like that. And then like the brother said, yeah, he knows you're a wicked baboon nigga.
Yeah, that statement you say is true.
Yeah, he knows your heart.
That's a true statement.
You a wicked ass nigga. That's you absolutely correct. But the heart is desperately wicked. Okay, go ahead.
Back in Ecclesiastes, Sirach 5 and 3. And say not, who shall control me from my works?
Yep.
For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
Right, and that's not a trait that our people, you so-called blacks, Native American, Latinos, picked up on, overnight. This is something that was taught to you by the devil, which is the so-called white man. Okay, the serpent. Okay, I did a lesson on that a while back. Pride is not a trait of an Israelite. That's not part of our heritage. Yeah, that's a Edomite trait, a heathen trait. You see? What does Jeremiah 10:2 say? Learn not the way of the heathen.
Yep.
What's the main thing that they base their structure off of? Pride. Everything that a heathen does is based off of pride. I did this, I did that, I'm this nigga,
damn, I forgot what it's called. But it would say in the song, I'm proud to be an American.
Yeah. American pride?
Yeah, American pride.
You got American pride, you got gay pride, you got pride.
Pride.
I take pride in what I do. I take pride in my work.
This nigga been on a job for 20 years shooting screws, and he takes pride in that. You can't tell me. I take pride in my job. Nigga, you shoot screws.
I could run this whole line by myself. That's pride.
Yeah.
We have, what I'm saying? Even, you have brothers that are able to do certain things. You could be good at your job, but you just got to give homage, man. I ain't busting out these goddamn packages, man. The most high, man. I ain't doing this shit. Save me. You know what I'm saying? Any brother, whatever you good at, this ain't you. The most high got a spirit on you, man. When you start saying, yeah, that's me. I did that. Like, you prideful, man. I'm an apostle. Go ahead. Goddamn. That shit wild, boy. Now you an apostle?
Talking to the 12 right now.
No, he said talking to the original right now.
Well, you talking to the original right now.
You gonna get clipped on one of his videos. Yeah, your ass gonna be the dumbest.
I'm not saying shit. Ain't nothing to talk about.
Ain't nothing to talk about, man. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 5:4. Say not, I have sinned.
Yep.
And what harm hath happened unto me?
Right. What harm had happened unto me? That can you grab that, bro? The where it says because judgment is not yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Judgment has not been executed speedily, fully set. And I'm gonna read the whole thing. It's like well, I'm trying to keep it fresh though. Read that again.
Ecclesiastes 5:4. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me?
Yep.
For the Lord is long suffering; He will in no wise let thee go.
Right. So the Most High is long suffering. So just because it seems like you got away with it, but you never do.
Right.
Like, because you can't get away with it, because He said He will in no wise let thee go. So there's nothing that you do that you're going to get away with. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get away with anything. We have not been able to get away with anything at all.
Right.
We're not in this to get, our sins, Lord willing, we're a part of that number, of the elect. But the elect sins are going to be blotted out. That don't mean they necessarily getting away with something like on some sneaky shit. Like, no, the Most High is just going to wipe that shit away. That's what it is. It's not the elect plotted behind the Most High's back to hide some sins. No, He's blotting the sins out. He's seen it. I know what you did. It's cool. I'm gonna bring you back. You're here. Go ahead with that precept.
Ecclesiastes 8:11.
Yep.
Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Right. So because what does it say? Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Right. Now, especially in this captivity that when you're here in Babylon, certain things are not executed. Even in that judicial system. Here it is. You do a murder on October 8th, and your court case or your court date is March.
Yeah.
So you just sitting in a jail cell for 5-6 months.
Just to be told you're going to serve 15 years.
Right.
Or if that.
If that.
Nigga get out, he get to the court, and then he get another court case, and then he get another court case, and on that fourth court case, You know, because every time they go to court, they have to the government, they gotta pay money. So if you keep if you got a good ass lawyer and they keep pushing that shit back, they just gonna get that nigga probation for whatever it is that you done. And I know that because I know a nigga that went through that whole shit. You know, which he would have got probation had he not been a dumbass nigga. But nonetheless, right. But nonetheless, even here, judgment isn't executed speedily. So that's why these people ain't. Back in the ancient day, man, you couldn't pull no shit like how they pull now. You commit adultery, we gonna bring the man, and if the woman didn't scream out, you gonna bring both of y'all asses before a whole congregation, and your ass is gonna get stoned with stones, and everybody's gonna be a witness. Why are they being stoned in front of the congregation for a witness? So it creates fear. Damn, that shit look like it hurt. That's a big ass brick. Nigga, that nigga forehead just caved in. I don't think I want that for my life. That's the reasoning. These little nigglets, if you had an unruly child, you bring him for the priest. And you don't listen to nobody, stone him.
Start again. Start over.
Stone him. Imagine that mindset that you had to carry watching your child get stoned. But it's righteous and you know it.
Right.
You know, mama probably
the ones that brought him there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're the ones that brought him. You know, now the woman might, which even in shit, the women might have been, you know, most likely they was stronger in a stronger mindset back then. They probably still being Eve. You know, but man, like he just like shit. Fuck, what can I do? You know? And you left me no choice. So that, you know, back then judgments are executed speedily. Now it's a lack of judgment. There's no judgment in the earth. And that displeases the Most High, Yahweh Shema Shai. So that's why there's going to be a major judgment that occurs. Okay, come on.
2 seconds.
Still hold that.
Jump back in there.
Back in chapter 1, verse 4. Therefore, the law is slack.
Boom. Right there. We cut it off. The law is slacked. We don't got to get the word for slacked.
Yeah, everybody should know what slack is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Your damn boss, your teachers, and your parents, you slacking. Yeah. What does that mean? Hey, you playing.
Bullshit.
You know, it's not taking serious. You're not taking this seriously. So the law is slack. The people of the earth are not taking the laws of Yahweh Shema Shai seriously. And it shows in their works. You see? This is why everybody is walking around acting like a goddamn monkey. Acting like Joe Biden's. This is a bunch of miniature ass Joe Bidens on the earth. That's what it is. Go ahead.
Year your father does. It says, and judgment doth never go forth, but the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth.
Right. The wicked compass the righteous. We're in a very small number compared to the wicked. And so therefore their judgment is going to supersede anything that we're saying, especially since we're coming with the ancient ways from the Lord himself. We're coming straight from Yahweh Shema Shai through the Spirit. Matthew 10 and 20. It is the Spirit of the Father that speaketh in you. So these are the words of the Heavenly Father himself coming out to you people. You just don't perceive it to be. You perceive it to be some random niggas with bed sheets and that we don't have anything else better to do. Which this is the better thing to do. You know? There ain't nothing else better to do. Yeah, we in the flesh, so we want to go and do this and then that. But man, ultimately, man, fuck all that shit. It matters about what the Most High has set up. You know, quench not the spirit, man.
Yeah. They don't push that in the earth.
Yeah.
They don't push the fear of the Most High and keep his commandments. You know, participate in the high holy days. They don't teach that in the earth. They teach you to be gluttonous. They teach you to be they teach gluttony, lust. The complete opposite. Everything that was once upright has now been flipped upside down. And that's why everything's confusion. Example, you don't know if you really do not know at the end of the day if that was a fucking man or a woman. They can, and paperwork ain't gonna save you too because they can tamper that.
Yeah.
They can fuck up your driver's license, change that,
and birth certificate. Yeah, they can pay for all that shit.
They pay high money. People really pay to switch everything.
You go from Kendrick to Keisha, nigga would never know.
Or Keisha to Kendrick.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. It really is.
You really don't know at the end of the day. That's how fucked up this place is.
That's why this place got to go. I did a lesson on that earlier. Because that was it that Second Peter's 2 when it talks about, I think it's Second Peter's 2 and 6. You know, roughly paraphrasing, but that overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
You know, them being an example to those after that should live ungodly. And then you look up Sodom, you know, Sodom and what it is. You look up Sodom and Gomorrah, and it tells you plainly it was two major cities, two biblical cities that got destroyed for their wickedness against the Most High. So it's like, nigga. And then Isaiah 13 and 19.
Yeah.
You know?
I read it the other day.
You know what I'm saying? Babylon is going to be destroyed the exact same way.
Even Second Ezra's 2.
Yeah.
Because that just a couple. There's a multiple accounts in the scripture. The Lord's like, remember what I did unto Sodom and Gomorrah. When you read it, some scriptures say that, but then or the scriptures will speak on something more. But the Lord is just like, look what I did to this motherfucker. I'm about to do this again times 2.
Because I was looking something up about that earlier too, because I was trying to get a lesson together, but then I ended up just going into that. But going into how we're gonna sound like a broken record. But it was something that I wanted to. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah, and we are going to talk about the same thing over and over and over again. And you people don't have to deal with it. We don't talk about the same thing. You always talk about this. You always talk about that. Yeah, that's what's fucking time on it. You're going to talk about something that's currently going on in your fucking life. It's always been. People always do that. You're going to talk about current events. No, because these people, they don't want to know the truth, man. Mm-hmm. They don't want to hear the names of Yahweh Shemel Shai. They don't want to hear the coming of Yahweh Shai. They don't want to hear their precious little world fall apart, man. That's why they denounce the truth, because they don't want their world coming to an end. This world is coming to a fucking end. Your little dream world is fading, man. The so-called white man, his rulership coming to an end. His reign of terror coming to an end, man.
I got this too, because like I said, I was looking up earlier. Because I said we're going to sound like a broken record, so because I was looking some things up. So it said, why is the gospel so repetitive? And it says, first of all, repetition is a basic principle of teaching and learning. So right there, it shows that you got to constantly, you go over the same shit. That's the thing. Niggas are so hypocritical. You go over the same shit for years in school, and there's no problem with that. Right. But then we bring out the same scriptures. Y'all need to go into something else. What? The fuck you want us to go into? The Quran, nigga? Like what? Talmud?
The third Maccabees.
You know? Which even then, you know, we just don't, you know, there's certain things we just don't bring out because it is, we just leave it alone. But like, Book of Jubilees and Book of Enoch, you know, we're not, you know.
We get into that for what?
You know what I'm saying?
Because even if we did get into that, you're going to say the same thing. Well, I need to get into something different. And even if we touched on that, it's just going to be a repeating cycle of people just talking shit. And that proves more than the latter days, man. Because people are just they're scoffing after, chasing after their own lust. You know?
But I just want, because like I said, we're going to be a broken record. Like I said, it means to repeat something over and over in an annoying fashion. And that's the thing. Ultimately, you know, the apostles and elders say it a lot. You know, if you don't want to watch it, there's plenty of bitches on YouTube. You know, ass shaking videos or nigga walk. You know, showing you how to roll a blunt. But go ahead.
Back in Ecclesiastes 5 and verse 5, concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin.
Right, go ahead.
And say not, his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation rested upon sinners.
Right, so you can't walk around, you know, using this grace period as an excuse to, you know, just be a nigga, man. You know, and just do what the hell you want. You still eating pork, not keeping the Sabbath, you know, in which it goes big, you know, is bigger than that. And another reason why it's constantly repeated is because we have a day-to-day lifestyle outside of the video. So it's constantly repeated because you need to remember these things as you operate on a day-to-day basis. You know, if you let me feed my sheep, you feed a damn animal daily, don't you? You simple ass niggas.
Said it 3 times.
Yeah. And yet, right. He said it 3 times. He heard him. he
said, Lord, you know.
Like,
I thought,
Lord.
Like,
I love, but you guys, the Lord, but you
he wasn't getting it. I mean, he was getting it. You know what I'm saying? Possibly getting it, but still.
You see how beautiful the word love is, because love is an action.
Yeah, right.
Because you got a lot of people out there. That's what Yahweh Shai was trying to imply to Peter. You saying you love me, go do that. Show love, because the scriptures say if you love me, keep my commandments. How do you keep the commandments? That's an action.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta put down the pork. That's an action. You gotta stop committing adultery. That's an action. That's how you show love.
That's a very easy action too.
You know,
it's not hard.
It's not hard.
Those really involve no action. It's
right.
an action to put a pork chop in your mouth.
Yeah, that's.
It ain't. I'm not wasting no time not buying pork. I'm actually saving money.
Yeah. It's like, and Jake treats it as if they go to the store, which I mean that's honestly because everybody got their struggle. But I mean, shit, that might be they got their need because it's like you act like you go to the store, pork chop, and then you just end up grabbing it.
Don't even be thinking about this shit.
But you gotta grab it, go home, cook it.
Yep.
Nigga, that's a 2-hour process. Nigga, you could have been repented.
When you know right from wrong, you do something like that. That's why there ain't no sacrifice.
Yeah, man.
Because you knew exactly what you were doing in that whole 45 minutes.
A lot of people know that it's very unhealthy, even on the worldly sense. They know that eating pork is unhealthy. Because so many videos that go across the internet, people they do this thing where they get pork ribs or pork and they pour Coke on it, and you know what comes out? A swarm of bugs, of parasites. And niggas will say in the video, I'm not eating that no more. And it's the same nigga scarfing it down the next day.
Because he forgot. Because it wasn't repeated to him daily. Niggas see one TikTok video and think he gonna use that knowledge to maneuver for the rest of his life. No, because it's not repeated to you.
Right.
So that's the Apostle Gabar brings it out. Repetition is the father's skill. You know, I believe that's how it says it. You know, so these things have to constantly be repeated to you. You have to constantly do these things. You know, to the point to where it's nothing to you. You know, it's nothing to us to not feel the urge. You know, you see a nigga with a blunt, hey, pass me that. Nah, like it's nothing to us.
Hey bro, it's cool if I hit that.
Right. You know, you go tap him on the shoulder.
Shit, one nigga did that when we were trying to go to camp. We came out went to go use the bathroom. There was a dude in the alley and was like, "Yo, you want to hit this?" I'm like, "Nah, bro." It was me and you know.
Yeah, like nah, nigga, we don't want to hit that. You might want to hit something else before you get hit with a missile. Your ass about to get nuked. Get that last one, the verse 7. And lawyer, if you got something, is he back on?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah. If you got something after this, you got it.
All right.
Ecclesiastes 5 and 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
Right. So in thy security thou shalt be destroyed. So when you think shit is sweet, you know, and when you going around with this mindset of I've sinned, what harm has happened unto me? And your security, when you think that ain't nothing gonna happen to you, you're gonna be through. That's why it says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. That I'll come back next week spirit, that shit is through. Especially now. Which we haven't heard that in a long time, but that's essentially what they tell you. When they throw you the peace sign and then just walk off and disappear into the dark. You know, you never see that nigga again. You know what I'm saying? And then if you do, every time you see him, he just looks more and more bugged out. That one Gadite that we encountered, that old school cat, he came up one time and I seen him again and he looked more through. And I seen him like I think last week or the week before. And he was through. He looked even worse. That nigga gonna be in a coffin. So It's just a matter of time, man. And that was months ago, damn near a year ago. Shit, almost a year ago, I think. Somewhere about like maybe like March or April or some shit. But yeah, man, hey, you can't make no turn to turn to the Lord, man. Most High's, he's long suffering, but he gonna get that. He gonna get that get back.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, you know, we talking about get back. Hey, the Most High, he getting that get back. You gonna fuck with me? I'm gonna get your ass, man. He got the power to do that. We don't got the power to do shit, but listen.
Right.
And once you understand that, then you come into a better mindset. That's why Eve ain't in order, because she don't understand. She ain't got no power to be saying and bucking up and saying shit. You really need to be shutting the fuck up and just listening. If you shut the hell up and listen, your life will be so much better. But it's not capable of being better because you don't know how to shut the hell up. Our lives are capable of being better because we finally stopped rejecting our husband. Pretty much. We shut the hell up. Yes, sir. No, sir. There. Keep it going. What you say? Go 3 video. Oh, go out and keep teach. Okay. Come. Go teach. Okay.
It's really simple, man.
Fast pray.
Stop getting bored.
Oh yeah. No porn. No weed. No more adultery. Okay. Cool. Not hard. It's simple.
Not grievous.
Yeah, his commandments are not grievous. Go ahead, lawyer.
All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon 1. I'm going to start at the first verse and read down to 5. It says, love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth. Think of the Lord with a good heart, and in simplicity of heart seek him. For he will be found of them that tempt him not, and showeth himself unto such as do not distrust him. For forward thoughts separate from the Most High and his power. When it is tried, reprove it the unwise. For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin. It says, yep.
Hey,
You can break it down, brother. I got one more.
Hey, read that last one.
Verse 4, wisdom of Solomon 1 and 4. It says, for into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin.
Right. A malicious soul, wisdom shall not enter. Okay? It can't enter into a malicious soul. You know what I'm saying? A body that's subject unto sin. So a nigga that ain't willing to put the pork and blunts down or the dreads, the spirit of Yahweh Shemashai simply cannot dwell in that. Know ye not that the temple of the Most High is within you? Roughly paraphrasing.
Mm-hmm.
You know? You are the temple. So when you treat your temple in a very trash way, the spirit can't dwell in that. You know what I'm saying? With the dreads, the weed, you know, certain drugs.
Those in folly constantly.
Yeah. You know,
celebrating birthdays.
Yeah, all that shit. Leave that shit to Eve, man, because you know, at the end of the day, your woman, you know, as long as she willing to deal with you, it is what it is. But she gonna celebrate the birthdays and all that other shit. I don't mean you gotta cuss her out. You know, I mean you do what you want. It's your woman. I don't, you know, but for peace of mind, man.
Well, scripture also say you don't want to be a lion in your house.
Yeah, these women
beating her and just start cussing her out for no fucking reason.
Yeah, these women gonna do certain shit. Now, you know, you can definitely draw the line. You know, I know me personally, ain't no woman I'm dealing with gonna be eating pork and shit. You know, or none of that shit.
At the same time, you
smoking and shit.
You don't gotta scream to get the point across.
Yeah, right. You ain't gotta do all that. But nonetheless, hey, you know, going back to the, you know, I said, you know, especially this mainly for the men too, man, because that's what the Most High is dealing with. You know, the men. The flock of my pasture of men.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 5, it says, this is the main precept I want to bring out, because we have the Holy Spirit of discipline upon us. You know, the rest of the world, the rest of Israel, they don't have the Holy Spirit of discipline, because, you know, I was listening to how, you know, y'all was talking about how Jake, you know, they can't put down the fork. Nigga, you don't want to. You don't want to quit eating the crab, the lobster, the shrimp, the scallops. You don't want to, and the main reason is that you don't have the Holy Spirit of discipline, which is verse 5. It says, "For the Holy Spirit of discipline will flee deceit and remove and slacky and remove from thoughts that are without understanding, and will not abide when unrighteousness cometh in."
Yeah. Right. It said, that's beautiful. The Holy Spirit of discipline will flee deceit. So that shows you that if you ain't fleeing deceit, you ain't got the Holy Spirit in you. The Spirit ain't able to deal in the body subject to sin, man. Removed from thoughts that are without understanding. So we automatically throw away, when Satan try to throw some stupid ass shit in your head. Nope, I ain't doing that. Nope, I ain't doing that. We able to discern that shit is cool and that shit ain't cool, man. But a nigga, he's not able to discern these things. So what happens? He gets overtaken by the sin, and ultimately is destroyed.
I got one more. No, I got one more just came to mind.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, let me
We'll
Salaki.
close on that one, Lloyd.
All right, Salaki. I'm getting it in right now. So I believe it's First John. Yep, this is First John 2, because we have overcome the world. We have overcome the wicked one, which is Esau Edom, by Yahweh Shem Yahushua, by having faith in this gospel that's being preached. So this is First John 2:14. It says, "I have written unto you fathers, because ye have known him that is from the beginning. I have written unto you young men, because ye are strong, and the word of the Most High abideth in you, and ye have overcome the wicked one." And I got to give one more Salakia. Because our people have been seduced by the way of the wicked. Salakia, let me get it real quick.
God. Yep, like you said, they've been seduced by the way of the wicked. That's why they're in this fucked up position.
And actually, I got Salakia, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good.
Because I got another one. Salakia. This is Habakkuk 1:4. It says, "Therefore the law is slack, and judgment do never go forth, for the wicked do compass about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceeded." You can break it down, brother.
Yeah. Hey, the law is slack, Therefore wrong judgment proceeded. Because it said the wicked compasseth the righteous, man. We're not in a position to where, we don't have any power on this side, man. So we're bringing out the law, statutes, and commandments, but it's only going to hold weight to the elect.
They're not established.
Yeah, it's not established.
They're just being said.
Mm-hmm.
To a nigga, it's like, what are you just talking? That don't really mean nothing to me.
Because there ain't no penalty that's going to come for that.
Yeah, because if you bring out the law about eating pork or adultery, we'll bring that up. If you bring out the law about adultery, it's like, well, I just fucking nigga bitch last night. So it's like, that's the mindset the nigga coming. The nigga Future has a song about it.
Yep.
And there was no judgment for the nigga still walking. He's still on the earth. He's dropping more hits. He's making more songs about fucking nigga bitches. So it's like, Jake, there's no example that's like, oh, well, that didn't happen to nobody else. That didn't happen to me. So therefore, the law is slack. So it's like, Jake is like, fuck it. Everybody's like, everybody's like, fuck it. And that's why Yahweh Shai is going to be the main one, to first off put a foot in all you niggas' ass, okay, for your disobedience. And then for the rest of the world, hey, he going to put his foot down, man, and also put a foot in your ass. In the same boat. Yahweh Shai is getting ready to come back and restore order on the planet Earth, man. His Earth. This ain't Esau's Earth. This ain't nobody else's Earth. Nobody else has a chance to run after this. It's going to be Israel, and that's it. For eternity. You finna get ready to look at a bunch of black, so-called black men running the Earth for eternity. Yeah, they gonna love it. Right now it sounds terrible, but just get used to it. get used
Gone.
to seeing this.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? On a regular basis.
On a higher level.
And yeah, even better. On a higher level. Because right now, you seen us working at these regular ass jobs. You know, I got work tomorrow, goddamn. But I ain't gonna have work. My only work in the kingdom is gonna be busting y'all ass. Whatever the hell, you know, not whatever the hell Slocky, but whatever Yahweh Shema Shai has appointed for us, man. You know, slip of the tongue.
You're gonna see people who are dropping off boxes and flipping burgers, rolling over.
Right.
And in this world, they're not able to perceive that. You know. But I mean, shit. You look at a lot of these damn celebrities. Something they came from flipping burgers. Now this nigga on the Dallas Mavericks. Well, why can he do it, but I can't?
Yeah.
Because it requires us actually running the earth and them actually listening. Niggas ain't got to listen to Marquis. They just look at the nigga and go, "Oh, he got money."
They see us as what we're talking about as a fantasy. They think we're in La La Land, but at the end of the day, you niggas are the ones that are in La La Land. You're talking about 15-year plans, nigga. You're in La La Land.
This place, Lord willing, this ain't got 5.
Lord willing, man.
And even then, that's a stretch.
Yes.
That's a stretch. That's being generous to Babylon, because that's a stretch. This shit really might not have like a year, bro. But this generosity, 5,
Right,
nigga.
right.
We're gonna put a big ass 5 in your forehead, man.
If we still doing this in 2024, I will be shocked. Honestly.
But Lord, hey, this is the year that, the hopeful year that all the prophecies come to pass. So that's saying, hey, Lord willing, man, this that year, man, to they implement, make it mandatory, make that thing, that thing with no chicken wing, make that mandatory. That mark, which is ironically a controversial topic now. That's why through the spirit, man, I truly believe this is gonna be the year they make it mandatory, or at least put it out to the open public.
At least put it on.
Because now all of a sudden everybody talking about it.
Yeah, it's viral videos going on around.
But y'all already had y'all standpoint years ago. Shit, before we even came in, y'all had y'all standpoint. Embargoes, the white woman, this and that. Now everybody talking about, well, they could use a chip, but y'all said there was no way in hell they was gonna use a chip.
It's a spiritual thing, but it's gonna be turned into physical.
That's stupid.
WYF things.
But, Brother Zandy, you got some?
Yeah.
We'll close on it.
Wisdom of Solomon 5:5. How is he numbered among the children of God, and his lot is among the saints?
Yeah.
Exclamation point.
Yeah. How does nigga make it? Basically. How did this nigga make it? I was working with him. Right next to him, matter of fact. They not gonna believe it.
Yeah, because that Clark Kent especially.
Yeah.
Because you at the job acting like a regular Joe Schmo, as my grandma used to call me. A Joe Schmo. They acting like a regular Joe, but it's what they don't see behind closed doors that makes you different from them.
Yeah.
Mind. That's what
And a lot, because it's two things too, because a lot of them do pick up on it. They just ain't able to put their hands on it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are able to tell that we are kind of different. But then too, there's gonna be a lot of people that we actually know on a personal level. They disagree. Your cousins,
close friends,
aunties, uncles, your grandma. Yeah, nigga, your grandma gonna get it. There's something about a grandma and Jake. They can't let that shit go. You got to let that shit go. You can't get into the kingdom with that grandma spirit. Real talk. Not even the mama spirit ain't as bad as the grandma spirit. You can't play with a nigga grandma. You might be able to get you can't play with a nigga mama, but you damn sure can't play with a nigga grandma. Especially because a lot of these niggas were raised by the damn grandma. Yeah, right. Right, yeah. Grandma's cookies. That shit. That damn spirit. Can you see what happened when Patrick was against cookies? That nigga was heated. He wasn't playing with that shit, bro.
Flood the house with his tears.
You don't want this no more because you're an adult.
You don't want
that nigga was through.
You don't want this baby food. Here's some
that nigga was hurt.
Cookies and
Yeah,
support.
Right.
I didn't have time to rap.
Hey, yeah, but now, man, yeah, you know, we joke and shit, but nah, real talk.
Surely.
You know, you can't be in any type of weak ass spirit, man. Hell, it says when it talks about the kinds that won't be able to inherit the kingdom, you know, feminine is one of them. You know, that's a weak ass nature. You know,
weak mindset.
A female spirit.
Because nobody's telling you can't be around your grandma and your father and your mother, but you gotta know when to stamp that. You gotta know when it's time. Okay, I gotta love you from a distance.
Man, we ain't even coming in that time no more, man. Or we're not even in that time no more, to be honest, man. So if you still trying to establish a relationship with your family, then you might just be in the wrong thing. Yeah. If you ain't already got it, then it is what it is.
No point.
If they hit you up, cool. But otherwise, you know, you trying to make every family union and you know, every get together, every Sunday dinner. It ain't no point for that, man.
Like you're trying to hold on to something.
Yeah, leave them niggas where they at. Let the dead bury the dead, bro. Fuck them. They'll be all right. You gonna see them in the kingdom anyway. That's the thing. We gonna get all this back 100-fold.
Talk to them in the kingdom.
But nobody wants to hear that because it's not what's that word? Something gratitude. Instant gratification. Yeah, you know, instant gratification. No, nigga, your grandma not finna come back after she just died. No, just wait.
Right.
Get to the kingdom. Hell, you repent and get to the kingdom, you see it. Right. Yeah. But, anyways, man, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Salaki, we ain't want to make it too long-winded or nothing. Just like I said, just flowing through the spirit. Yahweh Shema Shai, Lord's will. This is edifying to the elect. Before we close, giving all praise and the glory
To
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakadash. Hey, double honor as always to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us his truth. Peace, much love, salutation to those for elect. To the next one, shalom.
Shalom.